Once upon a time, there was a fisherman and his wife. They lived in a small house on the coast. The fisherman went down to the sea every day to try to catch some fish. One day, he was sitting by the sea, fishing, when suddenly something pulled very strongly on the fishing rod. The fisherman reeled in the rod, and there was a fish at the end. But the fish wasn't a normal fish at all. "Please, I beg you, let me live and don't kill me. I'm an enchanted prince," begged the fish. The fisherman let the fish go. Who would kill a talking fish anyway? He thought. Then he gathered his things and went home. "Didn't you catch anything today? What am I supposed to cook for dinner? I can't prepare dinner out of thin air," asked his wife when he arrived. The fisher told her about his encounter with the fish. "And didn't you ask him to fulfill a wish for you?" asked the woman. "Why should he have fulfilled a wish for me? You silly man! Everyone knows that if you catch a magical being and you set it free again, it is obliged to grant you a wish," answered the wife. "Quick, go down to the sea again and cry out for the fish. When he comes to you, ask him for a bigger house. I'm sure that he will fulfill your wish." As the fisherman loved his wife very much and wanted her to be happy and content, the fisherman agreed to go back to find the fish. The fish didn't take long to appear, and the man told him about his wife's wish. "No problem, just go home. She sits already in your new living room." The fisher and his wife had spent a couple of weeks in the house when one morning the wife told her husband, "You know, I really like the new house, but don't you feel like it could be a bit bigger? If the fish can give you a bigger house, he just might give you a castle, too, don't you think? Please go to the sea and ask the fish for a castle. I'm sure he won't have any problem with this." The fisherman went down to the sea and called the fish. Again, he didn't take long to appear, and the fisherman told him about his wife's new wish. "Don't worry, just go home to your wife. She already sits on her new throne. She will be happy," said the fish. The fisherman went home and found a big castle where the big house once stood. Every room was full of gold and jewels, and there were many servants, apparently working for the fisherman and his wife. He entered the big hall, where he found his wife sitting on a golden throne. "Now we can be happy and enjoy our life, don't you think? We have more now than we ever could have dreamed of," said the fisherman to his wife. "We shall see," answered his wife. One morning the fisherman found his wife standing at a window, looking out over the fields and pastures surrounding their castles. "You know, my beloved husband, these lands should be ours. I should be queen and reign over these lands. Living in a castle without being queen doesn't feel right. A castle needs a queen, and a queen needs lands and an empire. Go and see the fish again. He owes you his life and will happily grant you this wish." Only because he loved his wife so much and thought that this time it would be the last time, the fisherman went down to the sea again. He called out for the fish, and the fish appeared. The fisherman already felt quite embarrassed, but he told the fish about his wife's wish. "Just return to your wife. She already sits on her throne," answered the fish. The fisherman went home and found his wife sitting on a golden throne with a big crown on her head. "Are you happy now, wife?" asked the fisher desperately. "No, I'm not," cried the wife, madness shining in her eyes. "If I can be queen, I surely can be empress. I want to be empress because it is not acceptable to have anyone above me. Go and make it happen." The fisherman went to the beach and called the fish. "Return home. Your wife is now the empress." When he arrived at home, his once small house had become a gigantic castle. His wife was sitting on her throne, and she was clothed in gold, velvet, and wore a crown with diamonds and jewels. "I hope this is what you wanted, my beloved wife," sighed the fisherman. "No, no, no. I realize that there is someone above me, and this someone is God, and I want to be like him. I want to be an equal to God. Do as I've told you, and do it fast. This is not right. This woman has gone crazy. The fish won't accept her behavior, and he will put an end this once and for all." The fisherman thought while he walked down to the sea. The fish was already waiting for him. "Don't worry, your wife now sits in her old living room," said the fish. And the fisherman went back and was really relieved and happy that he had got back his old humble life.